We're out again, and we're tent camping tonight. We're not hammock camping, so it's a little windy. We found a pretty cool area. You can kind of see it. Yeah, there's a stump, but check this flat ground out. You know, we were talking, this is something that we couldn't do in the summertime. We couldn't come here. If we came here in the summertime, we would be eaten alive by bugs. And there's a huge pile of brush right here that we can use for our stove. So I think we're gonna set camp up here. You good with this?
Show am.
Show am?
Show am, let's do it.
All right. So I'm using the Next Pack USA. It says Pack and Explore on the bag. I've had it for a lot of years now. It's kind of funny how the whole thing came to be. There was a store that was in a mall that's pretty much all but closed now by us, and they were open for like the holiday season. They sold packs, and I mean, they're not heavy duty, really expensive. I think I paid $30 for this whole bag, which is a good sized bag. Fits all my tent camping stuff in there, but I definitely need to get a larger or another large bag for this winter. But like the zipper, the latches themselves all broke. The zippers themselves are still good, but the latches broke. Down here in the bottom, I already pulled out my food pack. And then inside here, I've got my thermal on, some snug pack, my pillow, which is Nature Hike, that down quilt, and this big monster is a sleeping pad that I'm testing out that I bought on Amazon from Red Camp for $20. They're just selling them because there was a factory defect. The factory defect was that the hand pump doesn't work, but you can blow them up. So I'll show you when I get this put up here. I've already got my tent set up here. I'm using the Marmot Tungsten 2P, and I'm actually gonna roll out the Thermarest Ridge Rest just because I'm not sure about the sleeping pad yet, and you know, it's just kind of testing. So I might sleep on that and I might not. We'll just see how the pad does. Steve over here, turn on some light for you. Steve, what are you using tonight?
Well, as everybody knows, we usually use our hammocks.
Yep.
Almost like what, 98% of the time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So anyways, I do like to use my equipment. So I've got my Lunar Solo LE, and it's by Six Moon Design, and I haven't hardly used it at all this summer, so I decided I wanted to get it out and get some use out of it, so here I am.
Didn't you use this when we were at Flaming Gorge?
I did, and I really liked it there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the few times I've used it, I've used it probably maybe 5 or 6 times, I guess, but I like it. I know a few people that have had it and didn't care for it, but I think I know of a lot more people that actually do like it, so, including myself. So honestly, I don't care what other people think.
If you like it, yeah.
So far, so
it's pretty cool.
It's small, it's light, you know.
Oh, I thought that was a tick for a minute there. I say they're supposed to be dead, but I don't think so. All right, well, here is the Red Camp sleeping pad all aired up and put in. I did lay it on top of my Ridge Rest just because I'm not sure how well this will do. This, when I bought it, it didn't say anything about it being insulated, no R value or anything like that. So it's 20 bucks. I mean, I'm not even a fan of baby blue, but for 20 bucks, I can be a fan of baby blue. It's a ripstop nylon material. It's really heavy duty. It's really thick. Or anything to I can hold my headlamp onto up against it and kind of let you see how thick it kind of is. Kind of give you an idea there. But you know what? For $20, I can like it. And I'm a side sleeper too, so I like to have the lightweight, thick pads. Some of you may know or may not know, the reason why I've been trying different pads out, sleeping pads, when my boys and I were at Indian Caves, or Indian Cave, sorry, we went to go get water, and we came back, and you know, we didn't notice right away, but when we went to go to bed at night, at first Dorian had said that his sleeping pad was missing, and I thought he was messing with me, and then Keegan did too. And then when I looked at my hammock, my pad was gone as well. So we lost 3 sleeping pads. And I'm going to tell you what, that was literally almost $1,000 loss, because there was no product sponsorship or anything with those pads. They were legitly 100% mine. And so now, you know, I've been buying these other ones to kind of see how they are, because I don't feel like dropping $200 right now on a cold weather sleeping pad. So I'm just trying stuff out. But I'm having fun doing it. Pulling out the Coleman Dunn Creek. There you go. Dunn's Creek 20-degree bag. Some comfort levels. Things are now attached. I'm not a big fan of this being attached onto the pack. But anyway, as you've seen, I got something else attached on here, and let me move it. It's my stove. So we're going to be using the Littlbug Senior tonight. It's a big stove. Always have good fun with it. So. Alrighty, well there is my Marmot Tungsten 2P, and over there is Steve's 6 Moon Designs. I can never remember the name of his tent. 6 Moon Design tent. Let me walk over to it. Take a look. Take a look, see. I'm not going to use anything but the sleeping bag, the pad, and the pillow. I have that down quilt, and I have my thermal on, but I'm not going to use that. So it's the 6 Moon Design Lunar Solo. Steve, so what were you telling me about why it's an LE?
Because at the time, the manufacturer that 6 Moon Design had to make these for them had made a mistake and made the core out of a heavier material. So then they couldn't sell it as the ultralight, like 21-ounce version that they had claimed. And I'm not sure if it was 21 ounces, but it was right around there.
Yeah.
And by going with the heavier floor, they put it up a couple ounces. So instead of just eating the cost on them, they're still a nice tent. They sold them as an LE.
Yeah, it is a nice tent.
It was a little bit cheaper. And but the thing is, it's only like 2 ounces heavier. 2 ounces. Some people that might be a lot too. To me, it's not. And
it's, can you open it up? I want to see the inside. And it sells as a solo, because here's mine. Mine is a 2-person, the 2P. I don't have I'm not going to put on my rain cover tonight, but you can see from my sleeping bag in there that I pretty much take almost all the room. There's enough room in there for gear, so, but I actually thought about getting the this Marmot Tungsten 2, but getting a 1P, just a solo single, but the tungsten, and I'm thinking that I'll probably, to get another one, would be to go ahead and get the Tungsten 2P Ultralight. I just absolutely love everything about this tent. So let me take it. Oh yeah,
and you can open up the entire front, so it's just
that looks nice.
Open side if you want. So.
Looks nice. Plenty of room. You know, and that's the thing. Your tent is a solo, and it has.
You could fit 2 people in there if you wanted to, if you felt like snuggling.
Well, you could.
But it's got,
snuggling,
you know,
Steve.
I've got my pack in there.
Yeah,
I've got plenty of room.
But the thing is look, you have just about as much room in yours.
And I do have the vestibule, so
as I do in mine. But now, if I put my cover on, I have 2 big vestibules on either side. But
and I mean, I could bring mine down a little bit and then spread it out even further. But you know what I mean? That's big enough for me. Way bigger than I actually need. So
it's cool. I put my Lucy light up here that has the ambient, it's the nice frosted lamp. Gives it kind of a nice homey glow, I guess you could say, throughout the tent. So that's what's going to be sitting in there tonight. Now it's time to get cooking. Alright, we're going to use the Littlbug Senior tonight. Now I am in a grassy area. So I've got an Algene bottle over here full of water. And I actually put the bottom plate on there, which I like to cook on anyway. And I'm just going to keep a really good eye on it. Make sure that I do not burn anything. And I'm going to use the Coffey Spit. So in doing so, I'm not going to put any coals underneath the Coffey Spit, so it'll cook a little bit faster. Won't be a slow cook, but I'd rather just be safe than sorry, you know. Steve-O's next to me doing some cooking. He's got some brats, and what else you got there? Some stuffed mushrooms.
Stuffed mushrooms and some mac and cheese.
And some mac and cheese. This stove is a beast. I've got some hot chocolate that'll be going on here in a little while. Got my Helicontex mess kit, or my Helicon mess kit. People have asked me why it says why I say Helicontex, because that's the name of the company. Or the website, you know, but it just says Helicon on it. You can even see it there. Let's see here, we'll open up the food bag. Got some creamy garlic and shells. Bison strip steak. Oh, some onion and mushrooms. Oh yeah. You can see that steak is getting cooked freaking perfect without any coals. And it's because this Littlbug Senior literally puts out so much heat. I actually had to leave for a few minutes and come back because the pasta I had, I needed to add milk and I needed to add butter. But in my chuck box in the car, I always have extra pastas and stuff for being with the kids. So I had this, which is just add water, which is fine. I just had to leave for a little bit and go off and hike down that away for a while, but not a big deal. But just look at that. I had my stove sitter over here. But look at this, Steve. Without using any coals, look at that bison. So the meat's cooking great. I'm gonna get the pasta going. This spit is working wonderfully without any coals underneath. Look at those juices. I didn't get to sear it. I didn't. I thought about that afterwards. It was already here, unfortunately. But I actually thought about getting a grill plate or something to put over the top of that so I could have seared my meat a little bit, but holding some of the juices. We'll see. See how it works. One of the redeeming qualities about this stove, just the size of wood that you can just keep on dropping in it constantly. It's, and I'll say it again, it's like a portable fire pit that breaks down to literally taking up no more room in your sleeping bag, because it's just gonna cuddle, or cradle, it's gonna cuddle. It's gonna cradle your sleeping bag. Now the Littlbug Junior that I have, I wrap that right around my sleeping pad, or at least I did with my other one. So yeah, they're really cool stoves. Get that other side of the meat cooked. Spit's doing great. Stove's doing great. I'm gonna get this pasta on. I got the pasta in there. I broke the pasta up just because it's so long.
I don't know if I'm going to get the jalapeno ones again. Pretty warm.
Pretty warm?
Pretty warm.
I can smell the jalapenos over here, if that says anything. Alright, I've got garlic and mushrooms, some onion, and a bunch of spices in here. Cooking these veggies down right now. We're going to check out this steak. Look at this. Oh man, that looks good, doesn't it? Ooh, yeah. Pasta's over here. It's already done. Waiting on these, which they're just about done. Vegetables. Right on top. Let's go right here, huh? It's a little bloody, the way I like it. Oh, it's great. Alrighty, I made a pig out of myself. I've got my pot cleaned up, or wiped out actually, not cleaned up, but wiped out. That's why I had P&W Bushcraft make me this awesome case, because I use it so much. have to worry about washing my dishes right away. I can wipe off the soot, you know, wipe the debris out of it, put it in there. It's good to go until I get home or I get wherever I need to clean it. But cool thing about using the spit is literally like the lack of cooking pots that you need or surfaces that you need to do that, and the dual cooking that you get to do as well. But it's just, you know, there's not much to it. Wipe off the ends from where they were stuck in the ground. I've already wiped off the spit and it's done. Now, if I'm going to use the spit and the ground's frozen, there's a couple methods you can use. You can start a fire and you can put coals on the ground so it'll thaw the ground. Or when you have your fire going, you could take the spit itself and just lay it on the stove or lay it in the, you know, if you're using just a normal campfire, whatever, you know, just stick it in there so they're nice and warm. Wear gloves because, you know, obviously it's metal, but stick it in the ground. I don't have a case for the spit quite yet. What I am using right now is just the case for my windscreen. I just drop my spit in here. I've got some titanium chopsticks, and then I add my spork, which is here. I just drop my spork in there and keeps everything together. It's not perfect, but it works for now. I want to get a case made or a sleeve made for this, and I'm working on that now. Hopefully I'll have one available. It won't be available with the spit, but it'll be available to buy, of course, after I guess after market. So as you can see, I put the down blanket that I have in between my sleeping bag and the sleeping pad. The sleeping pad, when I came in, was actually really cold, so I figured it'll just be a little bit of a barrier. So far, is it a good winter sleeping pad? It's cold right now, and it's not very cold out. Steve, what's the temperature right now? .52. So it's 52 degrees, and the pad's cold. So, but I'm in a 20-degree bag anyway, and I'm comfortable. I'll be fine. So I'm full. When I don't have the lights on, I'm looking up through the tent, and I'm looking at the beautiful, beautiful sky. All the stars are out tonight, so I'm gonna sleep good, and we'll see you guys. Well, you can see them clearly. This guy.
Not John boy.
Not John boy. Alrighty, well, it is just about 4 a.m. and I'm almost packed up and ready to get out of here. I didn't necessarily need to bring this. At first I thought I did when I got into the sleeping bag, but once my body acclimated, I realized I didn't need that. I kept it there just because I had it, but it didn't do too bad. So I'm gonna get this put in the bag, and I'll come back to you guys once I'm in the car. See you in a bit. Hey guys, I am at work, so I'm gonna make this quick. I said I'd come back and do kind of a little chit chat with you. The sleeping pad was great, $20, can't beat the deal. I wish it was lighter and insulated, so I'm gonna keep looking for a sleeping pad. I'm probably just gonna end up going with a Thermarest, or something. I don't know. I had really good luck with Thermarest, so. But that being said, the Coffey Spit performed phenomenally. Now I like my meat, medium rare. So that's no fault of the spit. That's how I like it. If I wanted to cook the meat more, so I would, but I know I cooked some meat in another video and somebody's like, oh my gosh, your meat is, it's raw. Well, no, it's not. That's just a personal preference. When I'm with the boys and I'm making their food, I cook their food even more because, you know, they like it well done, or medium well. So, but anyway, I had a great night out. The sleeping pad did well. I'm still going to keep searching for a better pad. The Coffey Spit performed phenomenally. The Littlbug Senior, that thing's like a freaking torch, right? So, I didn't put coals underneath the Coffey Spit this go round, and it still did a good job. So, and I didn't put the spit over the stove. I didn't want to roast my meat. But all in all, I think it was a fun night. It was a successful night because I got to stay out in the woods and hang out with my buddy. So, here we are, changed, cleaned up, and go to work. So, thank you so much for coming along and hanging out, and we'll see you in the next one.